What's up, everybody? Good morning. Ben Reza here for Odd Shopper. Happy Tuesday, October 1st. It's a brand new month here at Odd Shopper and in the world. So, a lot more sports to tackle. MLB playoffs are here. Champions League is back. We got a couple days hiatus from football. That'll be back soon enough. So, I want to welcome you to the channel. Perfect time to be here. Hopefully, you're here all the time. But if you're just landing, take a look around. If you like what you see, you like the content, subscribe to this very channel. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not going to lie. So, apologies if I look and sound disturbing. It could be that I'm getting sick. It could be that I bet the Dolphins last night. Both of those things I think are true. Atrocious. A misread, a mismanaged game plan, and just a game I never should have got involved with. So we end September, a good September, on a little low note. New slate, new time, new action. Here we go. October. Want to mention right off the bat, again, one pick and one pick only here, but that's far from what we've got going on at Tails. All sorts of action, not just with me, with all the creators there. If you're interested in seeing it, if you're interested in checking out the marketplace, come to this page, you go to right to Tails, and all of a sudden you're going to be taken to all these different areas. Obviously, I've got my own page, my own Discord, everything going on. I would love for you guys to be a part of it. You can see there's plenty of soccer, there's football, there's all sorts of stuff. You get it right synced into the app. You get to come in Discord as well. Here's the information. It's a great time. So if you're saying, man, I want to know about these playoff games. I want to know about Champions League. I don't bet soccer, but I'd like to gamble during the afternoon. Come and join this community and see what we're about. It's an absolutely awesome time. Like I said, always wanted it where it's a fun, inclusive group, and that's exactly what we got. Link is below. Now, bet on the board time. Went back and forth here. A couple different things about these games. A couple different things about this game. Want to get right off the top. I'm going to the over at minus 102. I like the Brewers, and I think you can play them at minus 142. That's about the top of the range. I missed minus 136. I was going to play it, and then I missed it. But I still think that's playable. And then I actually think you could lay the run and a half with the Brewers at plus 155 range, 154 here. So a couple different playable pieces. I'm going to focus on the over for this video. Let's talk about it. So obviously, this is not uncharted, but just a weird situation for the Mets. Yesterday, they had to win one game to avoid getting knocked out and having the Diamondbacks sneak in. They chose the wildest route. The first game was one of the craziest baseball games I've ever seen with Lindor and whatnot. They won the first game. They lost the game they didn't need the second game. So it worked out perfectly for them. I think they'd rather play the Brewers than the Padres anyway. What didn't work out perfectly, and you knew this was going to happen, they were a little taxed. Diaz threw 40 pitches in that first game. They used 4 relievers. So Severino is going to be asked to carry them here. 4-5 with a 5.00 ERA on the road, opponent batting average of 255. That's a 2.96 at home. So there are some splits here, and I'm not super confident that he gives them a ton. And if he doesn't, they're going to be in a jam because, like I said, the bullpen is a little taxed. Freddie Peralta on the other side, 11-9, 4.01 ERA at home versus 3.29 on the road. Opponent batting average of 231. Pitched pretty decent in September at 3.55, but still not a guy that I overly fear. And I do think there is something to, the Mets were, you could take it so many different ways. That's why it's kind of unquantifiable. It's like, oh, they had to play basically a playoff game yesterday. Well, maybe they come in with some momentum. Maybe they're taxed because they just had to play 2 in Atlanta. Now they're flying to Milwaukee. They're not set up properly. I think there's a lot of variance in this game. And for that reason, I actually like the over because I think both starting pitchers could get exposed. I think the Mets bullpen could be exposed. And I think the game could unravel a little bit if it gets out of hand. I actually don't mind. I'm going to look in Discord at some like ladders in the situation and see how much the upside is for an over 9.5 or an over 10.5 or something like that and see if we can really get going here. Obviously, if both starting pitchers are very effective, we see a 3-2 game, a 4-1 game? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. But even with that, if we get that type of game, that's where I want some exposure to Milwaukee as well, and I think I will be. So it wouldn't be a complete gutter ball unless the Mets really blank them. And I'm not sure I really believe Severino is going to do that in this spot. So just looking at this game, looking at this kind of breakdown, I'm going to go to the over 7.5 at minus 102. You're basically getting even money there. And I will look to use the Brewers in certain situations. We'll have to see how that plays out. But give me some runs tonight, and let's cash this ticket. If you have any questions at all, anything at JazzRazBets on Twitter. I've been dropping some fun bets on Twitter. So if you're not over there, it's a great way to get some additional free content. And then, of course, I'm in Discord all day. We're going to be hanging out. It's just going to be a beautiful time. I love the action that we've got on the slate. Playoff baseball and Champions League. What a cool menu of options. And I'm sure we're going to find plenty of bets on the board. And on that note, friends, appreciate everyone tuning in. Please hit the like button on your way out. It goes a long way and really helps me out. On that note, let's see some runs tonight in Mets Brewers.